Good morning again.
Good morning.
Today I want to talk to you about rocks. Not really. But I want you to take a look at the image above and notice that these stacked stones form a pillar. And the stone on the bottom is actually acting as the foundation. I want you to keep this image in mind. Batman is cool. Yeah, he doesn't have superpowers like flight or spider sense, invisibility, invulnerability, or telepathy, but he doesn't need that because he's just that cool. And he has gadgets. Billionaire Bruce Wayne can afford all the tools of the trade. His skilled engineers help him produce batarangs, a bat rope, bat utility belt, and of course bat shark repellent. And he's got a car. Well, actually, he has several Batmobiles that get about 3 miles per gallon. Batman's lucky to have Bruce Wayne money. But why does Batman need all this stuff? To fight the bad guys. Yeah, Batman's got all kinds of villains. All kinds. He's got the Riddler, the Joker, Penguin. He's got Harley Quinn. He's got Dr. Hugo Strange. He's got all kinds of villains. And through it all, though, Batman's a hero to all. And he doesn't have superpowers. He doesn't need them because he's got finely honed skills, intelligence, a treasure trove of tools, and something else. Batman doesn't work alone. And this is something that's important. Batman is successful at what he does because he has a partner that he trusts and respects. This allows the crime fighting to happen efficiently. And Batman's got a family. He's got a family of people that he trusts and respects. And they have a responsibility to take care of Gotham City. Take a look. Sure, Batman doesn't exist in real life. It would be ridiculous. Take a look up here. He's like, I'm Batman. But the ideals that he presents of trust and respect and responsibility are there. So, sure, Batman would be ridiculous. And Batman's job is effective because he's got the strong foundation of trust, respect, and responsibility. So let's build a strong foundation.
Good morning, everyone. Seniors, this is your last year. Congratulations. And to think a few years ago, you all were in diapers. And 5 years ago, I was in my 20s. Seriously, I'm proud to say this is my 27th year here at Lakeland High School, and like each of you, I'm faced with challenges each and every day. My first message to you is trust yourself. When he was a Chicago Bull, I loved watching Michael Jordan play. I admired his tenacity on the court and his ability to perform under pressure. MJ once said, in my career, I've missed 9,000 shots, lost 300 games, missed the game-winning shot 26 times. I failed over and over and over again, but that is why I succeed. Don't ever be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. Trust in your abilities and what you have to offer and bring that to the table. Second message, learn to trust others. Don't go it alone. My brother Brian and his wife Jane were late in life parents. After 13 years of marriage, they had their first and only child. When Catherine was a few weeks old, they could see that she wasn't gaining weight. She went into respiratory distress. Her heart was failing, and she was given a grim prognosis. They had to get up twice each night to give her medications and put mittens on her hands so she wouldn't pull out her feeding tubes. But they trusted themselves, they trusted each other, and they were proactive in finding the best pediatric hospital to help get her the treatment she needed. They trusted her medical team. 2 weeks ago, Catherine Elizabeth Severson was at Aunt Sherry's house swimming, catching fish, picking blueberries, and making Rice Krispie treats with Grandma. She is now 5 years old, and she just started kindergarten. And my final message message. Be trustworthy. Let your actions speak louder than words. 1 year ago, I opened up my home and my heart to a lovely couple, Christina Palazone and her husband Sergio, until they could find a place of their own. In fact, many teachers helped them get acclimated to the USA. They in turn gave me their friendship. This summer I went to visit them in their native land of Spain, and one of the many things we did was go mountain climbing. I had to put my trust and faith in them that they could help get me up the mountain. That's not my best side, by the way. And they could also help me get back down the mountain, because it was a little scary. These are rock faces. You might be a little scared, Lakers, to try something new this year. You may have to climb some mountains. You may have to force yourself to come out of your comfort zone. You may pick up a few battle scars along the way. I scraped myself down the mountain the first time. But if you trust yourself and you're true to your values, if you trust others and you show them that you are worthy of their trust, perhaps you someday could see a new country, make new friends, experience new things, and maybe someday you can accomplish great things together as a team. No matter what your life is like outside these walls, there are people sitting and standing in this auditorium who've got your back. Trust that.
Yo, good morning, Lakeland High School! How many of you are like Rodney Dangerfield? You don't get no respect. You don't get no respect at all. Not from your parents, not from your coaches, not from your boss, not from your friends. In fact, this morning, just like my freshman year in high school, I had a big zit right here. No respect at all. You know, after all, we are all human beings. We all have talents. We all deserve respect, right? We all deserve respect. In a perfect world, we all deserve respect. Each of you, and I do firmly believe this, is a talented person. You all have value, you all have worth, just like your mommy believes you do. The problem is, we live in an imperfect world with flawed human beings, including me. Too many of us spend way too much energy trying to create the illusion of power, which we think is respect. How we dress, what kind of car we have, what kind of phone we have, who we hang with, how we treat other people. Trust me, I wear a snapback. I drive a Mustang. I play football. I'm cool. Isn't that a good picture? Here's the deal. The image that you project in life is how the world is going to treat you. If you act like the world owes you, if you have a chip on your shoulder, then you're going to get hit in the head with a 2x4, and life is not going to be real fun. Okay? Respect is not a gift. It's not something that is owed you. If you act like a jerk, you're going to get treated like a jerk. If you have disrespect, you're going to get disrespect. Respect is a choice. Respect is a choice. Happiness is a choice. If you choose to respect people, I bet you're going to be happy. It all starts with self-respect. Look your best. Try your best. Treat other people well. Do the best that you can. This week, I want you to pay attention to how you treat other people. Do your best in school. Do your chores. Give your time to someone. Be on time. Be on time to class. What a novel concept. Help other people out. Give compliments and laugh at yourself. Follow the golden rule. Treat your classmates the way you want to be treated. Treat teachers, custodians, lunch ladies, bus drivers, even administrators and secretaries the way that you want to be treated. And teachers, treat your students the way you want to be treated. I bet your day goes much faster. So, what does respect mean to Aretha and I? You all have value. Act like it. Treat others like they have value. And in return, they will treat you like you have value. Choose to be happy. Choose to have respect for yourself. Choose to have respect for others. I want you all to have a great school year. Lakeland is a special place. After all, I've been going here since 1988. And I would not be going here if it wasn't a special place. Let's make it a better place by building a foundation on respect.
One of 13 children, at age 5, he would disappear for days without anybody noticing that he was gone. He woke up winter nights with snow covering his blankets because the house he slept in was falling apart. He and his siblings got sent home from school for not wearing shoes, and he stayed after school hours to sweep floors to pay for his sisters and brothers' lunches. At age 13, he was sent to the foster care system. 56 years later, he died a millionaire. His path wasn't easy, but he'd tell you what he did was simple. When he was in high school, he realized that he had the freedom of choice, and there was power in that. So at age 36, he opened his own business, which today stands as the largest locally owned auto parts store in LaGrange County and the largest CarQuest auto part distributor in the state. Just 10 short years after opening that business, Marianne Landers was named National CarQuest Auto Parts Owner of the Year. But perhaps the most awesome thing that my grandpa leaves behind is generations that have an example of what accepting personal responsibility can do for someone. You guys have to believe that it doesn't matter if you're being raised by your stepmom, your grandparents, if your dad is a lawyer and your mom works in a factory, if you're Hispanic, you're black, or you're white. You've got to recognize that you have the freedom to make the choices that you make each day, and that none of those circumstances define who you are or who you're going to be. You have the freedom to choose who you hang out with, what classes you take, to take the ACT or the SAT, or to make a plan for your future, or you have the freedom to choose to blame your circumstances and other people for things not working out the way that you want them to. But if you want to have nice things for yourself when you get out of here, and you want to be able to go to nice restaurants and have your own apartment and buy the clothes that you want to buy and hang out with people that you admire, then you've got to start making the choices that set you up for that and accept personal responsibility for the things that you do each day. If you're not getting the support that you need, look around the outside of this auditorium right now. I can promise you that there's at least one teacher on this staff that you're going to form the kind of relationship with that you need to help you get where you want to go. And relay those goals to that person. I guarantee they'll hold your hand along the way. Personal responsibility is the willingness to accept what is right and what is wrong, and to do all that you can to live your life doing what's right. But personal responsibility also means that you don't blame circumstances, or you don't blame others, teachers, friends, for things not working out the way that you want them to. You have the freedom to choose, and recognizing the power in that, that's personal responsibility.
Good morning. Trust, respect, and responsibility are boring. If you don't believe me, go get the best group of edge kids here at Lakeland, which happen to be mine, by the way. Tell them that's what we're talking about, and you will see by their faces how right I am. Despite your opinion, though, they are important, and without them, our lives would be different. Let's look at some local examples. First, take a restaurant like Pizza Hut. No trust means that if you drink too much Mountain Dew before you get your food and have to get up halfway through your meal, your server is going to follow you into the bathroom to make sure that you don't leave without paying. Without respect, if you ask that server for a side of ranch for your breadsticks, she's going to tell you to go get it yourself. And by the way, go get it yourself is what you're going to have to do, because no one's going to be responsible enough to remember to bring your food. Let's talk about another example. If you walk into Miller's Super Value and the store manager sees you, she will call the cops on you. Why? Because she doesn't trust you to do anything other than steal. Without respect, if you ask a store employee where they keep the peanut butter, they'll tell you, in jars, you idiot. But peanut butter won't really matter because no one's going to be responsible enough to restock the shelves. So make sure you show up at the beginning of the year, otherwise they'll be empty. For our last example, let's talk about a place that unites every single one of us in this auditorium, the public bathroom. No trust means that every public bathroom stall is a single unit with security cameras and multiple locks to protect you from the disrespectful people who are going to be messing with you. Public bathrooms are gross as it is. Can you imagine how much worse they'd be if no one was responsible enough to clean up after themselves? Trust, respect, and responsibility are important even if they're not all that interesting to talk about. How are you going to show them to staff, students, and visitors of this building this school year? Thank you for your time this morning. Have a great year.